have to do it. If he does not win with the white pieces, Dubov, the top seed in this tournament, will be out. Now, Dubov is one of the best blitz players in the world. He's number 7 on the live rankings. Karthikeyan, online qualifier, but extremely motivated.
Yeah, there we can see Daniil leaning back, trying to think about what to do. But he could be in a double must-win situation, or he must win this one. The draws the white piece in the Armageddon is to win this one as well. Here we go. On to d4.
And
Dubov, lover of the Catalan opening. There it comes. Always happy to sacrifice that c4 pawn. I would expect Karthikeyan to play something solid, but no, he takes. He wants you to take that pawn. But c5 is a very solid line, trying to simplify.
Right. But Dubov, of course, this is his bread and butter. He plays his positions every single day, so very familiar, big expert. And in fact, he was the one that convinced Magnus Carlsen at the last World Championship match to play this opening, as you well know, Jan.
I did not know he convinced Magnus, but if you say so, I'll take a word for it. Here, Karthikeyan gives a pawn, which is all theory, but it's a risky choice in a draw is enough situation. It's all theory, pawn to h6, a queen to rook to b4. We've seen this before. Still, if you need a draw to be a pawn down, rare choice. Queen to e7 first.
Yeah.
The black compensation is not so clear. It's mainly based on that queen being slightly strange on h4, but I think queen e7 might have been inaccurate, because you're supposed to go, if memory serves, pawn to h6 to stop this pin. Now the pin comes. If he takes the pawn on b2, the knight can jump, and if he has to allow these exchanges, he'll just face a very unpleasant defense in an endgame, missing a pawn.
He's missing a pawn, and I'm not a big fan of the pawn structure there on the right side, and yeah, very unpleasant position. So it looks like Dubov in full control here, and take a look at the clock. He's got 3 minutes, and his heart rate 103. So we could see a big comeback. And now the rooks are traded.
Daniil won the opening battle. Of course, he's a big theoretician. Took one inaccuracy from Karthikeyan there. He has to suffer now, but there is hope. He does have the 2 bishops, similar to the last game where black was also a pawn down, but had the pair of bishops. Here the situation is a little worse because the structure is not as good, but it's never easy to convert this extra pawn against the bishop pair.
Yeah, I'm not that optimistic. I think Dubov will do it. And the great thing about this type of endgame is that he can make lots of improving moves and build up a long time on the clock and just give himself the time to think things through. And well, he steps forward with the a3 pawn, a2 pawn, sorry, and bishop drops back. Not that much.
Wants to advance the pawn and then put the bishop on f6 on the infamous long diagonal. Now, I still believe in Murali, but g4, nice move. I would have preferred if black maybe started with his f4 pawn, f5 move to make sure he gets there, because now it won't be so easy where to regroup the bishop. Now he can't push the pawn because then Dubov would take. Classy little move there, pawn to g4.
Very classy, and maybe the rook, the black rook, can step up 2 squares and help the bishop get to the diagonal via d6. And looking at the heart rates, Daniil Dubov, very steady, very calm, 94, and Karthikeyan also relatively calm, around the same mark.
Dubov works out a lot, maybe. His resting heart rate is just so low that this is already very excited for him. Bishop to d8, Karthikeyan trying to find a good square.
That's true, actually. You know, when you're an elite athlete, the resting heart rate tends to be around 50, 40. It's ridiculously low. And there we see the bishop retreat to d8, is getting ready to find greener waters on c7 and e5. There you go. It's getting there.
Slowly but surely shuffling the bishop around. Murali once again, little low on the clock, but we've seen in the last game that he can still make excellent moves. 1 second. Well, Daniil, yeah, he's taking it slow, shuffling his knight around here. I still think it's not gonna be easy to win this, but probably I will be proven wrong.
Commentator's curse. And the bishop does relocate to e5. Knight comes to d4. And yeah, I mean, the white king now probably has to start its odyssey over to the queen side. And teamwork makes the dream work in the endgame.
I don't know. I'm always afraid to bring the king into action. Even here, but how does white improve? He could push his b pawn forward, but that also leaves some weaknesses. Looks like Daniil is saying, I'm ahead on the clock. I will just shuffle around calmly before I do anything committal.
Well, Dubov has an answer for you. He's moved his bishop to e4, preparing f2, f4.
When you play, do you have a piece to play with, like we see
No.
Dubov there?
I'm not of that generation.
Yeah.
I think it's a young
I
person thing.
can't stop watching when they do that. I know. There goes a pawn. He's saying, now it's business time.
It is business time. And, okay, pawn takes, and now the king steps forward, guarding the d5 square.
Yeah, but
and also threatening bishop. Is bishop c6 an idea?
I don't know, but Murali had to give up one of his bishops, so now he's just a pawn down without the compensation that the bishop pair offered. This looks like an improvement for Daniil. He pushes the d-pawn, black has to go e5. And yeah, white's position has improved here.
Yeah.
Pawn up and weakened pawns on the black king side. Still not easy though, still not easy.
Definitely not easy.
You can actually see the engine bar says this is close to equal, which surprises me. Certainly pick white, but it's not over.
I think the evaluation bar can go off and play its perfect chess, because these are humans playing and humans make mistakes. And you can see the bishop drop back and the white king is getting ready to enter the kill zone. By the kill zone, I mean the f5 and h5 squares, and Karthikeyan has to activate his rook.
Yeah, still not easy. The king comes to one step forward, the bishop will go to d7, stopping it from entering, and the rook is sitting so nicely on the b3 square.
But what you can do is you can simply overprotect the bishop. There, oh, look at that. He played it. And this just allows the king to go to h4 and h5 and say, got my eyes on you, h6 pawn.
Oh, poor pawn.
And, well, Karthikeyan, under 30 seconds.
Nice plan, you spotted it there. The rook covers the bishop, and now the king goes pawn hunting.
Yeah.
This came unexpected for Karthikeyan.
He's shaking his head.
Can he enter with the king? King e5?
He has to do something. 12 seconds.
Uh-oh,
And
7.
6. Oh,
f5.
he breaks out.
Not what he wanted.
And you have to remember, Karthikeyan is leading the match by a point, and Dubov is in a must-win situation. And look at that, he's got a passed h-pawn. That's dangerous stuff there.
Trouble. Yeah, this should now be extremely good for
Yep.
Dubov.
Look at that, overprotection. Just depriving the rook of getting to the h3 square. Okay, rook is now under attack. Rook just moves anywhere.
Yeah.
F2.
Sooner or later, the h-pawn should win this race. I like this check. Now the king can enter to f6, try to grab more
He's
pawns.
getting greedy.
He just takes, yeah.
And the key. And now is it time to start advancing
you run.
h-pawn?
It's time to run. h4.
Exactly.
If the pawn in the middle gets taken, you exchange, you put your rook behind the passed pawn, as we learned. But Daniil has other ideas. Kicks the rook out first.
Okay, this is a good idea. I would now mobilize the bishop and put the white's rook behind the passed pawn. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Point
good.
is you can't take on d5 now because of the pin, and the
2
rook
seconds.
helps the pawn.
And now the h-pawn is rolling.
Fast defensive lines there. But the rook had to go passive to stop the h-pawn.
And we say handshake.
He hasn't seen enough. He also lost on time. His position was hopeless. 1-1.
1-1, and that means one thing. We are going to see our second Armageddon.
Double Armageddon day, back to back.
Yeah.
I thought there was only one Armageddon, but we've seen 4 in a row.